You have entered Power Drive.
Oh, wow! Ger and Owen, good morning.
Oh, no mic on.
Oh?
Here we go. Hey, how are you?
Mic was on. Ger and Owen, good morning.
What's the crack?
How are you getting on?
Pretty good. Got some inside information for you, which I'll get to in a moment.
Oh, great.
What have you got?
I've got 4 golfers for the Irish Open at Mount Juliet in Kilkenny. Thomas Pieters is the main one at 18 to 1. The Pogues price from a fairy tale in New York for 4 each way. And Thomas Pieters...
You sure it's not 10 to 1? Came in at 10 to 1.
Well, you know, after the money, that's going to be the deluge. After I give this tip, there will be. Obviously, cut in price.
I mean, it's an obvious. It's clearly 18 to 1. Everybody knows it's 18 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody. So Thomas Pieters doesn't really like playing in America, but he likes playing in the European Tour, or the DP World Tour, they now call it. 5 starts in this side of the pond this year, 5 top 15s. Was second last week, beaten by Hao Tong-Lee in a playoff. Was 12th in this last year, hits the ball a mile. The par 5s will suit him, plays really well. I think he's a really good, solid proposition. He's third best ranked player in this field. Thomas Pieters, he's the headline tip in this Irish Open this week each way. Johannes Veerman, the reason why I'm picking him at 50 to 1 for 2 each way, luckily had Lucas Herbert in this last year, and Veerman was his biggest challenger, and he had 2 bogeys down the stretch, finished third. Then he came out 3 weeks later and won. So he showed a bit of resolution, and he's playing better this year than he was last year. He was 10th at the European Open, 20th at the Scandinavian Mixed. Johannes Veerman, the American, at 50 to 1 for 2 each way. He's the second one. Wil Besseling of the Netherlands is 80 to 1 for 2 each way. Played well for the first couple of rounds of the US Open. Was second recently at the European Open, about to break his duck on the tour. Went close there, and was 17th in this last year. Wil Besseling, I think, could do well this week at 80 to 1 for 2 each way. And we got to pick one of our own. The one I picked at 150 to 1 for 2 each way is Niall Carney, who really caught my eye last week. He was 15th at the BMW International Open, 3 rounds, and really good rounds. He was 13 under par for his last 3 rounds. 15th in Belgium, 4 top 12s last year. Won a couple of Irish PGAs, missed the cut last year, and this might have been putting too much pressure on himself. But Niall Carney's someone I've noticed in the last couple of years on the European Tour doing well. So Niall Carney, Wil Besseling, Johannes Veerman, and Thomas Pieters, lads. That's what we're looking at.
Right.
And?
I would say John Catlin.
John Catlin, yeah. Who won the Irish Open at Galgorm Castle a couple of years ago. And obviously knows what to do. Likes parkland courses, not afraid to win. Who gave you was it John himself?
I was just playing with him, and I thought, this guy's playing pretty well. Now, obviously, they're already out, and his odds have lengthened there. So, he's out to 80 to 1 on Paddy Power, so he's not teeing off till half 1. I'm saying get on it, €1 each way at least. €1 each way on John Catlin.
Also, I did a bonus article for OTBSports.com and the OTB app on the John Deere Classic. So I picked 6 horses there, or golfers. Adam Svensson is my headline tip, the Canadian. Adam Svensson at 50 to 1 in the John Deere Classic. If you want to read more about that, you can check out the website, OTBSports.com.
I'm just looking here. Thurston Lawrence is 4 under through 5.
So that's it. He's probably about 1,000 to 1. So
he is ripping it up at the moment.
These Irish Opens can be unusual in terms of their winners.
Yeah, I think the winning total last year was like only
19.
Right. Okay. So they did take it apart a little bit, but not too much. And different weather conditions last year. The rough was very, very difficult yesterday. So there you go. That is.
Do you have any birdies or pars? Or?
Yeah, back-to-back birdies.
Well, oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you for asking, John.
Which holes?
6 and 7.
Oh, class. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
He won the Pro-Am.
In the morning, we finished in the prizes in the morning.
What did you get?
2 wine glasses.
A crystal, yeah.
Nice water for crystal wine glasses, yeah.
That's cool.
There you go. I'd recommend it. You should. Dermot Day were playing in the afternoon.
Yeah, that was funny. You could see the Sports 5 pictures with Dave in the boiler suit and Dermot looking like somebody who was going to join the LIV Tour next week.
You know what? Like it's right there. It's open to somebody to provide that comic relief to all those grim, like Patrick Reed whining. Wow, the PGA Tour. Wow. Like,
isn't it really strange, lads, that everybody you would have expected to join the LIV Tour has joined the LIV Tour?
No, it's exactly what you would have predicted, isn't it?
You know, like it's every single guy you would have expected to join has joined.
All the assholes are gone from the PGA Tour now. Yeah. It's amazing. Now, Some of them.
Sure about that?
Some of them on the LIV are like, wait until you see who else comes. Like, this isn't finished. It's like, well, if they just finished now, you'd be happy enough, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think you'd cut your losses.
Pretty happy and go, all right, lads, off you go. Go on. Have that fake Brooks Koepka versus the Beef, Bryson, all the time. We don't care. We can literally ignore it. I mean, I know the golf journalists are like, oh, we can't ignore this because it's golf and it's still happening and it's revolutionising the game. But the rest of us can just go, we don't care.
The roller skaters team, they keep on changing the team names. I was seeing that during the week. The guys, when they talk about this, almost you can see the soul departing from their bodies when they start talking about this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, my schedule, a better schedule. Well, actually, factually, that's not completely correct. I'm going to say everything else. They got better shirts. I got to say something that doesn't say money.
Although it literally says money, LIV on their shirts now as well.
Pat Perez was pictured with, I don't know whether it was yesterday or not, but pictured with a shirt which is like all dollar signs. Well, dollar bills are all on the shirt.
Like, in fairness to him, he did say, this is like winning the lottery at my stage of life. You know, he was like fairly naked about.
I don't mind it as long as people are honest. Look, there is a bit of a whataboutery about it, and like not everywhere, like the European Tour used to play in Saudi. My issue with the whole thing about LIV is the dilution of competition and the fact that sport to me is all about competition, and money should be secondary. But unfortunately, capitalism has ruined the world.
Yeah, I mean, these are just little contractors who are trying to make as much money as they can. That's what this is. They do it through the medium of golf. What else, John? How are you feeling ahead of the weekend's hurling?
I'm feeling. It's very hard to judge Clare and Kilkenny. I think that the Wexford game is exactly what Clare needed, because they were obviously hungover from the Munster final and they really had to dig it out. Kilkenny, I have felt in the last few years, have played probably to the end of their potential, but do they have the talent to play a 80-minute game, which they're going to have to with injury time?
It feels like this year they do have the talent to do that in a way that they might not have had in recent years, that some of their younger players are starting to reach physical maturity, tactical maturity, technical maturity, and they're now, it's their team, and the Outlads are like brilliant to have, but not necessary. Like, I don't think it's going to be TJ who wins the game for them. His frees will keep the teams close, but it's actually going to be Adrian Mullen or Cody or the new defenders who have emerged as absolute rock solid starters for Kilkenny over the last 12 to 14 months, that actually, if Kilkenny win the game, are going to turn it their way. And then obviously there's Tony Kelly back in Croke Park, where he likes it. He's got a good record there, going all the way back to 2013. He'd been good.
Yeah, we got Colin Ryan coming to the studio on Saturday for a chat with Kieran Carey, hopefully, as well.
Right, wow.
And we got Paul Murphy down at Croke Park. So, like, we've got a really big build-up to the game on Saturday evening. I think it'll be very physical. Can Clare get a few goals? I think it'll be much more straightforward for Limerick on Sunday. I think if Keane Lynch is back, I do think Limerick are better than Galway. I think by a few points. I think Galway are still learning under Henry. And Limerick, like whether it's Limerick Kilkenny or Limerick Clare in the final, there's going to be a brilliant storyline either way.
There's a chance Limerick blow Galway out, isn't there?
I think
100%,
so,
yeah. 6 points is the spread at the moment. It's 1 point in the other game, which you would expect. 6 to me suggests that the bookies are giving Galway a chance. Like, I thought it was actually going to be a little bit bigger than that because of the potential that Limerick have to blow somebody away. So I wonder what is the thing that they're looking at. Even when you look at, say, it's very hard to look at anything in the Cork game and say that Limerick wouldn't beat them significantly, but maybe it's just the Shefflin aspect, the aspect that this team has been to an All-Ireland final, that if you rewind the clocks a few years, you would have said that, especially like 2018, when they get to the final, there wouldn't have been a whole pile between them. It's just the distance that Limerick have travelled since then, and being champions, the crown has rested lightly on their head, and obviously going back to back already is something that people look into as well.
Yeah, and Garrod McInerney looks like he's going to miss the game,
and then you add Cian Lynch back into the Limerick team, like that swing from the from the quarterfinals is a significant enough one as well. But 6 to me suggests that Galway have a chance.
Well, I think the bookies are pricing in the possibility that Limerick have somebody sent off, that their discipline has been something that has been questionable, and that there have been incidents surrounding them that have been remarked about on the TV afterwards, and so that therefore if something happens early, there's going to be a red card for it, and that might bring the game back to.
Or is it the fact that the last time Limerick played, they couldn't get the job done in normal time? And yes, there were players to come back into the team, but they needed extra time to beat Clare. And if it was Galway against Clare this weekend, who are you picking? You're picking Clare just. So I know it doesn't work like that. Styles make fights, and the style of Clare and their approach to Limerick has been the thing that's given them an extra chance this year. But still, if you had Clare against Galway in the morning, I'm not sure anybody could confidently predict that one either. And one of those two teams got a draw against Limerick. So maybe that's what they're factoring in here. Maybe we're just riding this off a little bit too quickly. Still think Limerick will win.
You had your sports journalist hat on there, John. As a Clare hurling fan, what are you thinking?
I'm quietly confident. I haven't played Kilkenny in 16 years. So look, I'd much rather be playing Kilkenny than Limerick again. So yeah, I'm hopeful towards confident.
Right.
Somewhere between hopeful and confident.
All right. That's this week's version of Virtual Insanity. Best of luck.
All right.
You have entered Power Drive.